without surprise, I don't know, 9, 20, we're only going about 90 k's, 100 k's up to Georgetown to do the Cobbold Gorge. We were going to stay there, but apparently the road is pretty ordinary and we've got enough ordinary road, so we're going to drive down rather than pull the van down in there. Plus we can only get one night, so it didn't seem worth pulling the van down for one night, because it's still an hour or so from Georgetown down to the gorge. So plan B, we'll stay at Georgetown and we'll drive down there tomorrow to do our gorge at Cobbold Gorge. So today we start to get onto what I'll deem to be the real Savannah road, in that if Jeanette turns around we lose this lovely freshly sealed bitumen road very shortly up the road actually, and it becomes single lane bitumen with gravel on either side. We've met up with the road trains again, so yeah, and of course in outback Queensland they don't make double bridges, they always just do single lane bridges regardless of how busy the roads are, which is all good. So for this place, lava tubes were a tick. Interesting, probably not the most spectacular thing I've ever seen in my life, but just the way they were formed and everything else to see them, given that they're the longest ones in the world. Yeah, and just how they were formed, pretty amazing. Guess it probably wasn't one of my better days. I don't know why, it just wasn't. But today feeling pretty good, so well, onwards and upwards as I speak, and we'll talk to you probably from the Cobbold Gorge. Just show the road, I've only gone 10 k's if that, and now this is the Savannah way that we're going to get now through to probably Normanton. Yeah, so it's got a bitumen street down the middle, it's one lane, but you do meet the road trains, and then from Currumbin onwards, we're going to go down the Lawn Gorge, and I think we're pretty much gravel, back on gravel then all the way into Darwin pretty much as this patches, but yeah, I'm not sure what the road's like now, how rough it's going to be, but this is where we're at the minute, and if it was this way all the way it'd be great, but it's not going to be. Cheers. Morning guys, we're on the way down to Cobbold Gorge. We've been staying at Georgetown, so it's about 90 k's or so down to the gorge. Apparently the road was pretty rough. It was difficult getting in mid school holidays, as I mentioned, so yeah, it was pretty hard to get in anyway. We're sort of happy to stay away and just take the truck down to the gorge. Countryside's changed again. It's a lot drier now. Definitely no humidity. It's quite windy the last few days, so and these termite mounds are a lot smaller because there's not too much topsoil around here because of the volcanic plateaus. So the area is renowned for its gemstones, etc. Not so much gold, even though it was looked for. But apparently gemstones are the go around here. And yeah, so it's another sunny day. The wind's a bit chilly, but other than that, we look forward to a half-day tour this afternoon of the gorge. All the pictures, I hope it does it justice. The pictures are amazing. Yeah, and then we've got to just work out timing ourselves to get up to Currumbin, do the fishing charters, and then I want to go back down to Lawn Hill, so we're going up and down, zigzagging like we knew we always would. But I want to do that, so we've managed to sneak into Lawn Hill as well, that's probably the next week and next week to 2 weeks taken care of. We really haven't planned any further out than that. We're not far from the Northern Territory border now, so it won't be that long before we cross over into the Northern Territory and leave good old Queensland behind. But yeah, travelling okay. Jeanette's travelling okay, doing a good job on the video editing. Because if it was up to me, you'd be getting black and white stick figures. But so yeah, she's learning as she goes. Hopefully things are coming out okay and you're enjoying it. And we'll chat to you once we get down to Cobbold. Take care. So at Cobbold Gorge, the infinity pool. Probably not going to get a workout today because it's just a bit windy and a bit chilly, but not that close to have a swim pool. So that's up the gorge, taking a bit of a walk. It's the kiosk area. And sort of haven't got enough time to do one of the walks we would like to have done, but we'll take that's the pool again. Take the helicopter and that'll top up what we wouldn't have seen with the walk. The walk would have been nice. Although we're doing a tour, so the tour will take in a lot of what we would have seen anyway, so you can take a kayak and paddle up there if you wish. So, campground's just there. It's unpowered there and powered right up the back. If you're after a job, like everywhere in Queensland and probably everywhere in Australia, they're looking for workers. That's a suite. It's got the bag. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's a little disappointing we couldn't spend the night, or 2 nights, but we've taken the shortcut option, and it'll be the helicopter that'll get to see everything probably that we would have liked to walk. But anyway, it is what it is. There's no point going on about it. Just need to move on.
Stop your belly aching.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Cobbold Gorge. Very pretty. Road in was actually good, despite all the crap we heard about how bad it was. So there's the pool and the area there, cafe. Yeah, all good. For your people that's old mate there. We'll be up in that soon. Should be fun. For you people that don't like spiders, I assume that's a spider of some description down in there. Looks nasty, that red to me. There's no one around the corner. We've got a mate. A bit more spectacular. And it's really quite silky, but I don't know what lives in it. Might be ants, there's heaps of ants there. That could be a spider. Anyway, he can stay there.
What are you doing?
Get a top end of the pool. It's not a bit cold today. So this is our flight. We've got a couple of people ahead of us. It's not our flight, sorry, but this is our mode of transport. of the walk. Guide Harry.
Have I still got 12?
That's down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to help me solve a mystery. The water bit is there where the boats are. You're going to walk over in a second. Never done 14.
Oh wow.
No, more than a couple of months. How many have I got out of 12? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we've got one opting out. Right, done. Ladies and gentlemen, this plant that's growing around us now looks like a weed, doesn't it? It looks like, definitely looks like a weed, all the way through everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a weed. It's not exotic, it's endemic. It belongs here. In fact, it is so endemic that it bears the name of where it grows. This is called...
Just coming out now to the glass bridge of the gorge, just directly in front of us.
I'm going to respectfully ask everyone to wipe their feet, check your treads for stones, and then put on some booties. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got stones in your treads, they'll just go through. Trouble with the booties. Not a problem.
Sweet's got a special shoes on. This is special. I'm going to keep the camera on her because she's going to have a conniption when she gets out over the glass. There she goes.
Oh jeez.
Wow, wait, I don't know if you can see that through the glass, but that's pretty impressive. There's the gorge down that way. That's Jeanette delicately walking across. There's a boat. We're going down here over the rocks and heading over there somewhere. There's the bridge.
I don't have my blue shoes on anymore, so. Oh really?
It's beautiful.
Well, it's not that high though. Oh wow.
That's the other side. not quite as fantastic. But that's all right. We're going in a boat shortly down that. Throw a crack in the wall. Nice and cool in here.
But if they don't have that trick, they will die waiting for the rain. So yeah, this is a common crow butterfly. Right? The black ones with the little white mark, common crow. Where's my blue man?
Yeah.
Here's a wild hike for you, mate. You want to come and get it?
Not without a beast suit.
They don't sting, right?
Oh, they do.
I was so close to him when I was sitting
Yeah.
This is where you didn't know.
Come on.
Yeah,
No, it's gone. He's in the water. He's gone.
There's more around the bend, so I'll be able to tell you those in a minute. Now, on the right-hand side, on the wall, but to the right, is an inscription behind the trees, and it's J.E. Clark, 1900. So James Clark, who originally bought the land out here for the first time and called it Robin Hood, he inscribed his initials on that wall. So for 122 years, graffiti has been sitting there.
Oh, yeah, down there.
Whereabouts is it?
Just
Down.
there.
Just there.
Oh, low. I was looking up there.
Yeah, I was doing the same.
He wasn't that tall.
You get that
Thought
one.
he might have had a ladder.
Yeah.
So how the gorge was discovered? So in 1993, Simon, who's the owner, had some mates visiting and they had a tinny. So he said, let's go to the watering hole. Everyone always knew about this. This is a common area. And they decided to throw the tinny in and go for and explore up the creek. They start travelling and then he discovers that he's got a gorge in his backyard. And he thought this is too nice to just keep to ourselves. So they started picking up passengers from Georgetown. They bought an old Land Cruiser and modified it. We use it every now and then. It's back at the base. It's called Ugly, and its name is appropriate. But so they picked up passengers, and then in about '95 they thought, let's set up a village and people can come to us. So they did that. That first year they had 200 guests, and last year they had 20,000. So it's grown substantially, and they're really invested as well into the business, and they look fantastic. And it's also got the St Andrew Cross, which actually puts a doily around itself to hide it from the fish. So we've got archer fish in here, the water, and they love to shoot water up their prey. So they need to camouflage themselves a fair bit. Now, if it hasn't moved in the last few minutes, the next croc you get to see is on the right-hand side of the bank here.
Oh, look at him. He's big.
There he is.
He's still there. He got the memo.
Yeah,
Good tourist.
yeah. He lives in the cave.
Didn't get round.
Your hair is not a crocodile.
And then the next crocodile is on the rock island in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
And his tail's in the water, and when we come around the wall, there's another one there, there's also one on the bank there. Yeah, you can kind of write their schedule out when they come out. Now the water that's on our right side, Stephen would have shown you when you were walking down that there was little bits of water flowing when you're on the walkway, and he said to you that there's always a constant source of water going into the gorge.
Yeah.
This is an example of it. So the water that's dripping down on our right is rain from 30 years ago. So this, when it rains, of course the water goes into the sandstone, being that it's sand, it takes a long time to filter down all those layers, and then it comes out, and that's what happens there will be water flowing in just like this, but we can't see it because it's in there.
God, he's close, isn't he?
Maybe it takes that long, isn't it?
Yeah. So Cobbold Gorge have got the similar thing, but they've said that their rain is 1,000 years old. The drip that's coming out.
Yeah, but they know.
Very good for you. Up in this section, do you get to see that? We've got the vortex effect where it's rounded out.
Pretty quickly, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's just in here. It's almost like a perfect spa.
Oh, just there.
It's even got cup holders in it.
And steps.
Yeah. So with sandstone, so with the water flowing through, it flows so hard and fast at times, it causes that vortex effect to happen where it washes out areas into circles.
Yep.
Where this tree's growing on our right hand side, there's a few like vortexes in there, just so you can get the concept of it, which you probably all know anyway. But deep down, the whole walks have actually had that effect happen to them.
Looks like somebody drilled a hole and put it in there. Is that artwork or is that natural up there?
That's just all natural.
It's amazing.
That's it's just the different minerals coming out. So the white stuff, it's not birds or
I mean, it looks like there's etchings into
yeah,
it.
no, it's just natural.
Okay.
Pretty good covering. Getting higher, it was like it was too high for them. So then we got the buses bogged, and then they got the back loader out to pull us out, and then we walked guests across, so they got wet to a certain extent, and then we ended up using Ugly, the old Land Cruiser, and we brought people down on the buses, put them in like they walked halfway across the creek, the river, sorry, and then we put them in Ugly and brought them across over. So
Can you imagine the first time those guys came down here? Good Lord. What a fantastic thing to find.
But you guys have just done the walk, so in some senses, could you, when you're at the top near the bridge and you look over, this is like the pavement section.
Oh,
This is
wow.
the beautiful chocolate-coloured smooth walls.
And the sun's getting in here.
Yeah. And it's even a different sound in this bit. Basically where the gorge ends and the creek begins, and we will go into the creek. It's only about 7 metres. There is a dead end, but the cool thing is when you see there's a boulder in the way, when you see that, you'll notice that even if the boulder weren't there, there's no way we could travel further forward because the creek's really, really shallow at that point. So just pull us in, grab the wall. Tiny, just make sure the front motor doesn't get motor.
Push. Can you set the front motor? Can you?
Someone's there, someone's keeping an eye on it.
Push, just push that front
No,
motor.
not too much.
A little bit.
No, just a little bit, yeah.
The front motor to bump into the door.
So it's always a smidgen
Too
of
much.
touch.
Yeah, we didn't
Bit of
say
touch.
push there.
Alright, so what we've got up here is, just watch your backs on the right. We've got a waterfall, looking dry waterfall. So when wet season happens, there's about 700 mil of rain. Last wet season was only 200. But when it rains, we get water from the waterfall, we get water from the creek, which is up to our right-hand side, and we get water coming down from the left-hand side. All three of those areas with the water coming in, it becomes 6, 7, 8 metres in height and volume of water in this little section. And if you have a look where we are, it's really, really narrow. So that's where, again, the vortex effect happens. It comes through, it just spins and spins because it's got too much power in it. Up in the tree on the left, you might see when we go past, there's a bit of a, sort of like a palm frond hanging over one of the top branches. That's debris from one of the wet seasons. So that is how high it rushes through here.
Oh, God.
Where's it coming from? Is it coming up?
Wait here a bit because it's got to come through. Can you guys happen to see a boat coming at all yet?
Not
No.
yet.
No, some of the other staff have, and they said it's just beautiful. Have you been?
Might go tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently it's large.
Mm.
So this is Duck Rock again, guys, so just be careful on the right hand side. I'll try and give you more space this time. It always sends me over to this side.
Okay, here we are at the Goldfields Caravan Park in Georgetown, still in Queensland, North Queensland, on our way to Currumbin tomorrow. So from here we've done the Cobbold Gorge, bit of maintenance on the van, just cleaning up and whatever. Jeanette's managed to get into laundry over there, do a bit of washing, which is always nice. A little bit of green grass, the rest is dusty and dry. Nice little caravan, great manager. Him and his wife are terrific. Facilities are really clean, so not a lot of anxiety around that sort of stuff. I hate coming to caravan parks, but for some people this one's been really quiet. Fills up a little bit of a night, but I spent 3 days here today, did nothing, just sat around. It's been alright. So Georgetown, if you're coming across the top, this is the good place to stay. It's a tidy, clean, bit dusty, but nice caravan park. So yeah, enjoy. Travels tomorrow, 4 hours thereabouts, I think, to Currumbin. So it's a big day tomorrow. Truck's looking a little bit grotty, but hey, not much fun cleaning it. Van and setup's okay. There doesn't be too many problems I've found with the van. I've had a look over it, did a bit of lube here and there and whatever, so hopefully everything goes well again tomorrow. We get to where we need to get to without any troubles. It's always a bit of a worry when we set out. Hopefully the road's not too bad. So Currumbin, a bit of fishing. I don't think there's much else to do there. It's a little barrow, but got a couple of charters there, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I can't say sit back and do nothing, because that's what the trip's been about. We've seen plenty, but certainly yeah, it's relaxing in a lot of ways, but it's stressful in others. Price of fuel would be nice if that dropped, but I can't see that happening either. Anyway, all good. We'll catch you tomorrow at Currumbin.